Hello everyone, and welcome back to the 1991 Review Channel. This channel specializes in reviewing and analyzing Chinese 3D animated series. If this is your first time visiting the channel, please give me a like and a subscription. Everyone, let's get back to the events at the end of episode 123. After getting so thoroughly beaten by Yi Fan that he couldn't even get up, Hua Yunfei, once considered a favorite prodigy of the heavens, was luckily rescued at the last second by a mighty expert of the immortal platform realm in his own shameful performance. Time flies, and at a bustling inn, Yi Fan is raising a glass and chatting with his sworn brothers. After the earth-shattering battle to defeat Hua Yunfei, Yi Fan's reputation has spread like a storm, stirring up the entire eastern wastelands and becoming the hottest topic everyone is chasing after. For this reason, his brothers are incredibly excited and proud. Furthermore, upon learning that the great Dao Wound, the very thing that once shackled Yi Fan, has been completely healed, their joy is doubled, and the future ahead is once again vast and open. In the midst of the cheerful atmosphere, the waiter brings up the food. Ironically, there are only 3 steamed buns for 5 people. With the great Emperor Black Emperor's eternal gluttony, a ridiculously chaotic bun war immediately breaks out. At the signal, the whole group dives in like a storm. Only the great Emperor Black Emperor, the unluckiest on the team, was too slow with his mouth and had to watch his comrades in sorrow. Furious, he growls and threatens to bite them all, giving Yi Fan and the others a belly laugh. But the joy was short-lived. At the same time, in another place, a disaster had occurred. For unknown reasons, little Nian Nian has fallen into the hands of the Yin Yang cult. Despite being captured, she still clutches the bracelet Yi Fan gave her. Through that faint link of divine sense, the cheerful Yi Fan suddenly freezes. The smile on his lips turns to ice. In the depths of his eyes, a cold flame erupts, causing the temperature in the room to drop abruptly. He discovers that the little girl is in a life-or-death situation. As for her captors, they remain clueless, still shouting threats, completely unaware that the Grim Reaper has already marked their names. Back at the inn, the cheerful atmosphere vanishes instantly, replaced by a deathly silence as Yi Fan announces the terrible news. Everyone's face hardens, their killing intent condensing. Without a second's delay, the group immediately gathers to plan a rescue. After a brief discussion, tasks are clearly assigned to each person. Time passes. Following the divine sense left on the bracelet, Yi Fan finds his way to the demonic lair of the Yin Yang cult. The air here is thick with the stench of blood and resentment, and from deep within the cave, the faint cries of children can be heard. He shoots forward like an arrow, tearing through a sea of fire and breaking into their stronghold. Very quickly, he sees little Nian Nian sitting alone in a corner. Yi Fan immediately rushes over, takes her hand to comfort her, and promises to get her out of this place safely. But just as he appears, the leader, the saintess of the Yin Yang cult, reveals herself. Seeing Yi Fan, she lets out a ghostly laugh and begins to taunt him with sarcasm. Unfortunately for her, Yi Fan is not one to be trifled with. A fiery war of words ensues, and immediately after, the great battle erupts. Yi Fan soars into the air, unleashing a world-shaking sword strike, its brilliant golden light ripping through the darkness. Facing this sword aura, the saintess merely flicks the staff in her hand. A yin-yang diagram appears and easily neutralizes the attack. Instantly, the two clash. A fierce battle unfolds right inside the lair. Hundreds of terrifying collisions occur in the blink of an eye, shaking the very air and causing the dark cave to be repeatedly torn apart by dazzling flashes of light. But Yi Fan is not alone in this fight. From a distance, like a war god descending, Pang Bo crashes down from the sky. His impact creates a thunderous explosion, shaking the ground. He charges forward with immense momentum, sweeping through the minions like a tiger among sheep. However, the Yin-Yang Saintess is truly too powerful. Even Yi Fan is not her match. Very quickly, he and Pang Bo are pushed back, forced to constantly defend against her bizarre and demonic attacks. Ancient symbols carrying an aura of death fly around them like venomous snakes, putting them both in a desperate struggle. Despite this, Yi Fan is fearless. With Pang Bo holding off the enemy, he immediately channels his power. The golden sacred domain deploys, its brilliant light as bright as a midday sun, dispelling all evil aura. The secret art of the character Jia is unleashed to its absolute limit. Countless doppelgangers appear, each carrying a real and oppressive presence, before merging back into his main body, pushing Yi Fan's power to a new level. The converging energy makes the entire cave tremble, and massive boulders begin to fall from the ceiling. Wielding the blazing golden sword, he shoots into the sky. The sword emits a dazzling radiance and then splits into 4. Immediately after, the 4 swords merge into one, forming a drill destruction that viciously stabs straight into the Saintess's yin-yang formation, causing it to crack and then shatter. Seizing the opportunity, Yi Fan lunges forward to attack, terrifying her. Seeing the critical situation, she immediately uses the yin-yang diagram to create a spatial passage to escape. But how could Yi Fan let such an evildoer get away? He and Pang Bo instantly give chase, determined to give her no path to survival. In midair, a relentless barrage of destructive pursuit attacks is unleashed. Finally, with one cataclysmic sword strike, Yi Fan shatters her staff and sends her physical body to dust. But to their horror, this was not her true body, but merely a clone. The expressions of Yi Fan and Pang Bo shift from relief to shock, then turn cold in an instant. Realizing the danger, the two must quickly get little Nian Nian out of there, while also rescuing the other innocent children being held captive. The battle in this dark place has finally come to an end. What dangers will Yi Fan face in the upcoming episode 125? The true enemy is still hiding in the shadows, far more dangerous than this clone. Could this be the beginning of an even greater conspiracy? Let's follow the 1991 Review YouTube channel for more details. Hello and see you again.